Everyone, I'm here with two very special ladies at the moment. We are currently staying in this lovely Airbnb in Joshua Tree, and we thought while we're here we'd film some videos. On my channel right now we're going to talk about creativity, and then over on Alexis' YouTube channel we're going to talk about vulnerability. You want to introduce both of yourselves?
Of course. Hi, I'm Nicole. I don't know what else to say, but I get to work with these amazing girls every single day, so I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. And I'm Alexis, and I have a podcast called The Laptop Lifestyle, and I also work with Nicole and Charlie at ConvertKit as the affiliate manager, but love side hustles, love talking about creativity, and I'm stoked about talking with y'all today.
Yeah. Should we kick it off with, what does creativity mean to you guys?
I think creativity to me is something that is always a work in process. When I think about creativity, I think about a journey, I think about a challenge, I think about something that's really stretching and pulling you and making you think about something in a different way, or making you really get outside of your comfort zone in order to create something or experience something or something like that.
I think creativity to me is like bringing your whole self into things and just being able to use every part of your brain and experience to do whatever you do. I think I try not to believe that there's anything like this is creative work and this isn't creative work, because I think there's an opportunity to bring creativity everywhere.
I like that. I think creativity is something that's hard to learn and hard to teach as well. I feel like it just comes from within you, and I think maybe you do learn it just by consuming a lot of creative things and allowing yourself to, your mind to run with ideas.
Right. I think specifically of what you just said, but it reminded me of whenever you're a child and that playfulness and that curiosity that you have when it comes to trying something new or experimenting. Your risk was really low, and so you were able to just do something or take a chance and jump around and be creative and color outside the lines. Whereas as you kind of move more into adulthood and you kind of move into this specific, I feel like you get a little bit more confined, and your creativity isn't as appreciated and it isn't as drawn out of you like it is whenever you're a child.
Yeah, and especially what you were saying, Nicole, about creative work and non-creative work. I think in general the world does view two separate boxes there.
Yeah, and I wonder if creativity doesn't really need to be taught, but you're taught to not be creative. And so it's more stifled, and so you're actually just trying to bring that out of somebody when you're teaching somebody creativity.
Something I find that people often ask me when I talk about side hustles, my YouTube channel, podcast, or whatever, is I really want to have a side hustle, but I don't know what to do. And I find that difficult to give advice on because I have so many ideas all of the time, and there's a whole list that I want to work on, but there's only so many hours in a day. Do you guys have any advice for people who are trying to who know they want to do something but they're just not sure how to be creative? How do you encourage creativity?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's coming from a place of what keeps surfacing in your life. Are there topics, are there emotions that you feel when you're doing something that makes you feel a lot of joy? And so I love talking and connecting with people, so my joyful, passionate side project is my podcast, because that's something that I can use and connect with people in that capacity. So if there's a specific thing that you're really interested in, or something that makes you really happy or joyful, or you feel curious and you feel playful, that you feel like it's bringing out that creativity in you, that's probably a good sign that that's something that's a direction that you could head in with a side hustle.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm a chronic trier of things, and so with my ideas I act on them a lot and get them to a certain point and then figure out what to do with it from there and scrap a lot of things too. So I think I would say if and it definitely stems from hobbies and what's bringing you joy in your life, and so you try things and don't worry about it becoming a side hustle. Put some effort into it and then get it to phase one, and then you say, okay, now how would I make one of these things a side hustle? But starting from scratch to turning it into something that's supposed to generate money would be it's very hard.
I think that kind of goes back to that conversation of risk, and when you're younger and you feel the freedom of actually experiencing creativity, there's usually low risk. And so whenever you're trying to start a business or a side hustle, you attach that risk onto trying to make money and trying to quit your day job with that side hustle. And so you end up stifling your creativity with that, risk averse mentality.
I think that as adults we all need to play more too, because we do start things thinking of a path, whether it's this idea that I'm then going to turn into a business or whatever, but yeah, experimenting more, and I think that helps bring out creativity in us. I know that helps my work become better as well as a designer, is when I just let myself like not think about the specific end goal for right now. Let's just play and see what comes out, you know, of my brain onto the paper.
I agree. What do you guys do when you are in that season, or you found something that you are really creative in and that you have that creative freedom to just color outside the lines? How do you get out of a creative funk? So sometimes you can find your stride and then maybe something happens, or you know, something emotional happens in your family or at work, and then you kind of feel like you kind of climb back into your little cubby hole. And you're like scared to try again, or like how do you get back after getting out of a creative funk? Because it's something like the last couple of months I feel like I'm finally getting out of a season of a creative funk, and you and I have talked a lot about that. So like how do you guys do that?
I think it just takes time, to be honest. And like not forcing it. When I have a creative block and I like try and just push hard against it, you just get more and more stuck. And I don't think you actually get more and more stuck, it's just that you feel more frustrated.
I think talking about it has been huge. I think it's something that we've shared for the last few months and worked on together. I think just like trying something else, maybe it's like totally opposite. So if your creative thing is like cooking, like that's one of mine, and you don't feel like cooking, but there has to be some other like creative expression. So like just trying to find that, whether that's like painting or drawing or journaling or something, it's still creative, you're still getting that energy flowing, just it's coming out in a different way.
That's some of my favorite advice. Like sometimes we think in order to be creative we have to focus on that one thing where you're trying to get that creativity out, but like you can be creative in so many other ways that, you know, don't require, you know, staying in these specific boundaries.
How have you been getting out of your funk that you said you were in?
Mine has been talking about it and sharing about it and with other creatives and just kind of collaborating.
People get it.
Collaborating in that struggle, you know, like actually talking and being very open about it. And then also what's helped me is going back to my community and like going back to why I started creating in the first place. And so really connecting with them on a different level and asking them what they want to see from me and like what, you know, areas that they think I could like flourish in. They've surprised me so much, like my Instagram community, my podcast community, like just asking them what they think I should be doing. And so it gives you kind of that community sounding board, because that's the whole reason that we create too, is to like connect with other people. And so going back to that connection piece, I think is what's helped me.
That makes sense. I think the thing to remember too when you do get in that creative funk is that it's not your fault, and it doesn't make you like a bad creative. Like in my case, sometimes it can easily feel when you're in like a creative block like I'm a bad designer, you know? And that's not the case. Like no one can be 100% creative 100% of the time. That's just not realistic, So yeah, you got to push through it.
Absolutely.
I think going back to you, when you say creativity is about connecting with community, I think it also is about connecting with yourself and like reminding you that like creativity is a form of self-care. And like this is about you and it should feel right. And you know, taking the time to like let it be is so important.
I love that.
I do too.
Do we feel like that's a good note to end on?
Preach.
Thanks for being on my channel, guys.
Of course.
Thanks for having us.
These two ladies are wonderful to talk to and always have wonderful thoughts on pretty much everything, to be honest. So we'll leave links to where you can find them both down below in the description box. And like I said, we're going to go film a video on Alexis' channel right now about vulnerability. And this girl's good at getting deep. So
we're all going to cry.
Maybe, we'll see.
If we must.
We'll see you over there. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're new to my channel. I make videos about design, creativity, side projects every single week. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.